So this is a very interesting story. Microplastics being found in lobster. Now let me just say this first and foremost. I, KG Media 100, always keep it 100. I do not eat crustaceans. I can't even pronounce this shit. That's how much I don't eat it. I do not eat shrimps. I do not eat lobsters. Okay? The only thing I eat from the sea are fish. And when I say from the sea, I try my very, very best to make sure they are from the sea and not farm raised. I used to work in the seafood department. It was my first job back when I was 18, '03, do the math. Farm raised, you ever see the videos of the farms and they have the fish in those dark ass water and they just feeding the fish. I don't know what the fuck they feeding it. Like that's what you eating, bro. But I don't eat crustaceans. Like they're bottom feeders, they're like algae eaters. Catfish are algae eaters. But I digress. Let's see what this lady has to say right quick about the microplastics in a fucking fish. Excuse me, in a lobster.
University has found microplastics in the meat of lobsters caught off the coast of Nova Scotia. The researchers studied the tail meat of 16 lobsters from 4 different areas of the province in 2022. Each was found to contain various forms of microplastics. With more on the findings and the implications, I'm joined tonight by Tony Walker. He's in Halifax. He's one of the paper's co-authors and a professor at Dal's School for Resource and Environmental Studies. Nice to see you.
Yeah, and thank you for having me. Hi, Louise.
Well, this obviously a great interest here on PEI with our lobster industry. So how many microplastics did you find in your samples?
The average concentration was between 6 and 7 particles per gram of tail meat tissue.
And I understand these are really tiny particles.
Yeah, they're incredibly small, and previous studies had actually documented microplastics in lobster. I mean, that's not a surprise at all. They're in all food products, especially seafood as well. But that was the previous study had measured microplastics in the gut, so the gastrointestinal tracts. But what we didn't know as researchers was whether those microplastics were translocating, which was moving into the edible portions of the lobster. So that's why we set about looking for tiny microplastics in the tail tissue.
He said he don't know if it was moving. Like whatever goes into your body, bruh, goes into your whole body. All right, if you cut your fucking foot and step on some bacteria, that shit's gonna work its way around your whole body. Like just because it's in the gut, of course you're not eating the gut. Shit, some people probably are. But how are these microplastics getting into the lobster meat? That's what I want to know. Let's see if they explain that real quick.
Well, so we found those small microplastics that you mentioned. 4 microns. That's micrometers or less. Intestinal tracts. But what we didn't know as researchers was whether those microplastics were translocating, which was moving into the edible portions of the lobster. So that's why we set about looking for tiny microplastics in the tail tissue, and they have to be tiny in order to pass through cell wall membranes.
So was it surprising to you then to find it in the cooked meat?
No, not at all. Because even since we started this study, there's been thousands of studies documenting microplastics in every single food item and beverage that humans consume. Everything from tea to tofu, including the glass of water I'm drinking right now. So what this study really does show us, though, how ubiquitous the microplastic pollution is.
And what were the sources of the microplastics here?
Well, So we found those small microplastics that you mentioned, 4 microns. That's micrometers or less, and there's 1,000 micrometers. Sorry, 1,000 micrometers in 1 millimeter. So that's how small we're talking. And the different composition, the different types of plastics or polymers as we call them, they included polyvinyl chloride, otherwise known as PVC. We found some rubber plastics, and we found polyester. I'm wearing a cotton t-shirt right now, but polyester fibers is the materials found in common everyday clothing.
That's crazy. So we gotta watch what we're eating.
So are the findings concerned?
Can this shit fuck you up? That's what I want to know. I'm not out here eating plastic. You should be eating plastic neither, obviously. But can this plastic fuck you up?
Concerning for human health or the seafood industry?
Well, I think it raises a concern, and it's certainly a red flag for other researchers, those with expertise in, human health risks studies or human health studies, in order to conduct further research. Because what we don't know is, yes, we've found them in lobster, and again, that lobster does not really differ from other food items as well. As I mentioned, everything from tofu to tea.
So, all right, copy. We gotta stop eating. We gotta stop farming. And it's crazy because the government don't want us farming our own fucking food. So that's what I'm getting from that. So this is more than the damn lobsters. This is America's horrible, horrible food industry. All right. Now, for those who care about that kind of shit, I made a video called "Everything Is a Lie," talking about the food. I'm gonna link it somewhere up here. But America has one of the worst food industries. Now, these lobsters are wild. Is what you want. I went on a mini riff about farm raised versus wild. They're coming out of the water like that. Like, people have destroyed the environment. I'm not out here talking about saving the whales and shit, but like, motherfuckers, we destroyed this goddamn plane. Destroyed it, man. Hey, watch what you eat. Watch what you eat. Lucky for your boy, I don't eat none of that shit. I don't eat no lobsters.